When we always talk about God, but we don't spend any time with God, we start to act like God. But we are not God. Gramps took his last breath while I was on an airplane flying home to see him one last time. If I'd have caught that earlier flight back home, this wouldn't have happened. I would have been able to say goodbye. I would have been able to hold his hand. I would have been able to tell him how much he meant to me. I would have been able to tell him that I loved him. But I missed the first flight and I had to take the second flight. I didn't know he would die until the day before. I lived 500 miles away from home, and when I finally got there, my grandmother told me that he waited for me. How could this have happened? I've always been in control. I'm in control. I'm in control of my future, my past, my family, my marriage, my friendships. I'm in control of my kids' lives. I'm in control of my struggles. I'm in control of my drinking. I'm in control of my anger. I'm in control of my emotions. I'm in control of my destiny. I'm in control of all of it. Maybe I'm not in control of any of it. Even when I know it. Even if I don't realize it, I'm still not willing to give any of it away. None of it. But then something happens. I'll hit rock bottom and my wife's gonna leave me and I'm not gonna see my kids anymore and I'm gonna be stuck here. I have nowhere to turn. And when I'm at my lowest, the lowest I can possibly go, I turn. For the first time in my life, I can see God plain as day. I can feel his presence. I'm finally woke. Woke. Not the way you think of woke, but woke to his presence. And I'm vulnerable. And I give every single thing to him. And he just takes it from me. And I trust him. And not only do I say that I trust him, I actually do trust him. Your will, Lord, let it be done. And 6 weeks later, after I think my wife's gonna leave me, I return home to my wife, who's waiting there for me, who wants to tell me that she loves me, and that she supports me, and that she forgives me. It's not supposed to work like that. I didn't do anything this time but put my faith to the test. I didn't promise anything. I didn't say I was gonna change. I didn't quit drinking for anyone this time except me. All I did was give everything over to him. And then something miraculously just happens. It worked. It's not supposed to work. Trusting God, that's not real, right? For the first time in my life, I'm okay. Because I can't control any of it. I don't need to control any of it. I can't control when my car breaks down. I can't control when my daughter breaks her collarbone. I can't control when my son gets cut from the team. And I can't control if my wife falls out of love with me. I can't control if I get laid off. I can't control if I get sick. I can't control if I have a heart attack. I can't control if someone I love dies. If something triggers me. If someone says something about me that I don't like. I can't control the way someone feels. I can't predict the future and I can't change the past. But if I could, what would I even change? Aren't our lives already predetermined for us? Everything happens for a reason. And whatever that reason is, it was designed for a purpose. I'm talking about his purpose, his glory, his design. What if something terrible that happens in your life helps out someone else in theirs? What if that was your purpose? You mad about it? What if God uses your story to shape someone else's life? What if that person is your son, your daughter, or someone you love? Would you still be mad about it? Or would you be proud? No one wants to be used, but wouldn't it be an honor if God used you? Because God cares more about your pride than he does about your addictions. God uses broken people. people that you waste your time passing judgment onto, God uses those people. You know, the outcasts. And when you realize this, suddenly the idea of being used takes on a whole new meaning. Suddenly we find our purpose in His purpose. And now our perspective changes. Now we can live our lives without fear, without the pressure of expectations, without the pressure of judgment. Because we are not the judge. He is the judge, not you. You are not the judge. Because everything He does is for a reason. And we don't need to know His plan. All we need to do is have faith that at least He has a plan. Who are you? Who are you to doubt His plan? Who are we to doubt Him? Not you, not me, not anyone. We are not in control. I am not in control. He is. And He's got it all figured out. We don't need to go play God. We don't need to act like God. We're not God. Even when we don't see it, someday we're going to look back at it and it's going to be so clear the vision that He had for our lives. And at that moment, at that very, very moment, that beautiful moment, you're going to realize that your faith was genuine and that God is real. The night my grandfather died, my grandmother awoke from the deepest sleep. She didn't know it, but something or someone told her that her husband was about to take his last breath on earth. So she went to him, and that is exactly what he did. God waited for her the same way that Gramps waited for me. Except Gramps wasn't in control. I'm not in control. You're not in control, and for that, I am grateful. That's just too big of a task for me to take on. It's not too big for God. God will take it from you. All you have to do is surrender and give it to Him.